And the first pitch of the game, high fastball, 94 miles an hour. And let's take a quick look at my board. So I understand that St. Louis is still a wild card team, but I wanted to be aggressive with my offensive production in terms of what LA brings, and I know they can bring a lot because they are the first place team in the league, and I promise you, even late in their bullpen, I'm not going to go against what LA has to offer, and that's going to be a huge thing, I think, and that's going to be a huge determining factor for this game. So now, but we do have Colton Wong up. Now, Colton Wong can get us our first bingo with Muncy, LA pitching, and then himself on that vertical. But the issue then becomes, what are we, okay, so the issue for me is that as soon as we come back to the lineup, Chris Negron is going to be the leadoff batter, and he's going to be in that top right corner for me, but now I'm missing that diagonal. Because Martinez just pop flied out. So I'm kind of in this position of I could have, but that's not going to win games necessarily. So, okay, so 2 away, Colton Wong's up. Count it 0-1. I need something here. But I'm very optimistic that Colton Wong will come through. Like I said, even if it's a base hit, that's going to give me some more points, and that's going to give me at least my first bingo. So that's kind of the key thing. And I'm sure the people who are up right now in the leaderboards, they probably have way more bingos than me. They probably have 2 at this point, I would assume. But we'll check that at the beginning or between innings. As of right now, though, I think I'm still in this. Because again, this game is so sporadic, and I know we look at the numbers and everything, but you're talking about, numbers can only go so far with baseball. We talk about Moneyball, and it's boom, hit, ground out. Okay, so pitching gets another few points, but again, Colton Wong went to shallow center field and then doesn't do anything for me. So that's not exactly what I need either. But, and this is what I'm talking about. I've been denied multiple bingos now because of that. So we're going to go switch. We're going to hit to the bottom of the second now. And we'll see kind of how Chris Negron responds. But like I said, even when Negron responds, so I've got Negron and Beatty. So I still can get a bingo this inning, providing Negron and Beatty both get on base. If they both get on base, boom, I've got my right-hand side vertical bingo, and that's going to be awesome. So I'll get something out of it. But, again, I'll be denied, even with Negron. Oh yeah, also if Beatty gets one, I'll get the vertical as well as the horizontal. So that'll be huge to get 2 bingos like that back-to-back. But I will, regardless of if Negron actually gets on base at this bat, then it's kind of irrelevant because Martinez struck out or flew out. So there's not much that I'm going to be able to do for that diagonal, and the diagonals are the ones that you really want. And so the way that LA's pitching is with Bellinger, I needed Will Smith to do something, and again, he let me down, and that one hurt, I'm not going to lie. So it's going to be a while before we get back through the lineup to actually see Will Smith again. We're going to have to go through Bellinger again, Turner, and Muncy. So it makes me nervous because it's a way, if they strike out, then I'm going to lose points that they've accrued. And so with Bellinger and my pitching and Will Smith, had that gone through for my first bingo, that would have been huge in terms of points, and then it would have cleared the board from that. But now that I'm leaving points on the board, and so if they strike out, I'm going to start losing points in those positions, and that's going to detract, and I'm going to drop my rank even further, and that's not what I need at all. That's going to stress me out. I'm going to freak out about that. So, but Chris Negron is 0-1 right now. Bottom of the second. LA is up 3-0. They have a monster lead, so that's huge. And that's what we need. But I need Negron to come back, and I need him to do something. Like I said, I don't need a lot. It's cool if LA wins. Oh, there we go. Hit, single on a 77-mile-an-hour curveball, and that's what I needed. I needed something. I just asked. I don't want to be greedy here. I just want a little bit, and Negron gave me something. So now we need that same thing from Beatty. So we need Beatty to do something special here. And I mean, like, bring him home, give me 2 bingos. That would give me the vertical, which is worth 1.3, and that would give me the horizontal in the middle, which is worth 1.2. So that would give me 2 bingos, which would be huge at this point. So I need Beatty to come through. Like, Matt Beatty is hitting 284, 38 hits on the year, 5 home runs, 25 RBIs, and I need him to get 6 home runs and 26 RBIs after today. Like, after this at bat. Like, that's what I need right now. And he is 0-1, and that's not what I need at all. That's annoying. Oh my gosh, okay. Another strike. Strike 2. Okay, come on, Beatty. Like, give me something here. I need again, like I asked from Negron, I don't need a lot. I need something though. Oh my gosh, was that it? Okay. Beatty, come on, just like, I need like a clutch play. Like, I need a reason to know why I picked you, and I need a reason to know why you make as much money as you do. Because right now you're not showing me that. Because I'm trying to make money here too, and you're not helping me. Like, again, so here's the thing. Oh no, wait, it was Muncie last game that let me down. I was gonna say, if it was this guy, then I'm not gonna play him ever again for the rest of my life. But it was Muncie, so I'm gonna retract that statement. But I need Matt Beatty to come through right now. I need something. And the count is 1-2, so I'm a little nervous when you're down in the count like this. But I don't have a lot of, I don't see a lot out of Michael Wacha, who's got a 5.15 ERA. You know, he's only got a 1.61 WHIP, but he is 6-4 in the year, so you got to give him that. But I don't think that he's really going to do much for me or for. I didn't, like, when I was looking at the numbers, I was like, there's no way I'm going to pick St. Louis with this guy. And at this moment, I'm very glad that I didn't pick St. Louis, because LA is just doing very well. Boom, fastball. Okay, that sucks. That sucks. So that's not what I needed at all. So there's one away, and BD struck out, and so that's. I mean, you can't win them all as much as you want to, and like, I keep wanting to play this like it's a video game, and it is a video game, but I want to play it like when it's Madden, and you can set the level to like not all pro, but like rookie, and you can just like rack up like a dozen runs in an inning just for the fun of it. Like, that's what I want it to be like, and it's obviously not like that. So, one away, but we have Tony Gonsolin is up, and so the pitcher surprisingly has a 3.33 ERA, but he has 0 home runs and he has 0 RBIs. So, again, not looking for much out of him, but it would be really cool if he could actually get a hit here. I don't know how that works. But even if not, then we're gonna start the lineup again. So we'll go back to Peterson, and then obviously Muncie, Turner, Bellinger, and Will Smith are all on my list. So we just need to get past Peterson, and then after that, it's like the whole lineup is on the board for me. But man, I really needed that hit from Beatty, because that would have given me like. And so this is kind of what happened last time with the last game too. Is I left bingos on the board because. You know what happened, so I'm worried that, like, because right now I'm leaving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1. Wait, no, hold on, sorry. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm leaving 5 bingos. 6 bingos on the board right now. And it's just these, it's hard when you're like picking players and they just, I don't know, like I'm expecting a little bit more, but I'm not getting that, unfortunately. But there's 2 outs right now, and we have Jock Peterson up. So if Peterson strikes out, then we'll go back to the other team, and that'll end the inning. We'll go to the top of the 3rd. But if he manages to get on base or get a hit or whatever he does, then we will have Muncy back up. And so hopefully Muncy can do something again and just kind of build up that points for us a bit more. And again, I'm so nervous that they're just going to strike out, and then I'm going to be left, you know, with whatever, you know, less points. And then when Colton Wong comes back up again, I'm going to get another, you know, I might get points then, and then the bingo won't be worth as much as it was like right now. And that's definitely what I'm worried about with Bellinger coming back up again, because Bellinger has 9.5 points. So if he does anything other than get on base, it's just going to go downhill. So that would be kind of that would be the frustrating thing, I think, for me. I would hate to, like, because he's got 9.5 points right now, so it would be so unfortunate if he just like lost it. So, but that ends the inning. So we will come back and start with Muncy on that next inning, and that's okay. That's cool with me. But now we are in the top of the 3rd. So let's double check the board. So right now I'm in 44th position. So if you look at this, first place, they only have 1 bingo. Like, that's it. They have Bellinger, LA pitcher, and Turner. Like, fair enough. Okay. So they have 1. So they have AJ Pollock in there, who Pollock isn't even playing. So the reality is, the game is still very early. They will not remain in first place. It's that simple. And I am only 9 points back, but I'm 44. So I can come back. Like, I can really come back from this. So I'm not worried about that. And, you know, points, baseball. So, top of the 3rd, Matt Wieters. I'm gonna say Wieters. Matt Wieters, hitting .239 in the year, 32 hits, 10 home runs, 22 RBIs, and I hope he gets struck out here. I really hope he gets struck out here. And you know what? You can tell him that I said that. I'll back it up. I'll start a Twitter war with him. Strike out, Matt. We don't need you to like get nothing here. Because you know why? I either need like Kalen Wong up, or Colton Wong up. Why do you keep saying Kalen? Colton Wong or Jose Martinez up. Because the rest of the team, it doesn't matter. But what does matter is my pitching score. So I need you to strike out. I need you to strike out, and then I'm going to need Michael Wacha, the pitcher, to strike out. I'm going to need Carpenter to strike out, Fowler, Goldschmidt, Ozuna, and De Jong to all strike out. And then when it's Martinez again, like, I don't know, get a base hit. Do something, right? Do a barrel roll. I don't care. What I need points, because I'm 44th place overall right now. I'm trying to get some bingos, you feel me? Like, that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to put in work at work. I'm trying to get paid on ranking ball right now. I'm not trying to like do all the other stuff, or, you know, I don't care what the other team's gonna do. I only care about getting points, you know, for ranking ball. And so if my player's not up like they are for St. Louis right now, then I'm gonna just need to get strikeouts and strikeouts and strikeouts. That being said, I mean, if it was like Ryu pitching, I'd have a lot more faith. Or if it was Clayton Kershaw pitching, I'd have a lot more faith. But Wieters flies out, so Gonsolin, I think I get points for that. I mean, it's still considered a no-hitter at that point. But I mean, I say that, but it's not a no-hitter because obviously he's let guys on base. So, but I mean, it's scoreless. But I think, you know, I don't know. We'll figure out the details later. But what I am concerned about is, like I said, Michael Wacha, the pitcher, just strike him out. Just like, throw speed down the middle. That's all you need. Like, this guy is not going to be able to connect with it. I promise you. This is the one thing that I have with the National League. It's like, I get you want the pitchers to bat, but like, it just leaves such a hole in your batting like rotation. So I think it puts you at a disadvantage. But just my opinion. I don't know. I like the designated hitter system that the American League has because I think fans want to see hits. I think as a manager, you want to be able to have offensive production out of all 9 players when you only have 9 players. I don't think you want to have to know, okay, we have our pitcher coming up in the lineup, we have to pitch hit somebody. Like, I don't think they want to deal with that. I really like the designated hitter system that the American League has. And I think that's more ideal personally because, again, I think people want to see hits. Like, they want to see home runs. They want to see, runs scored. They want to see action on the field. They don't want to see a batter come up and just boom, strikeout. Like I said, Michael Wacha, you're out. 10.5 points. LA's pitcher, Tony Gonsolin. What? But again, I need those strikeouts to just keep coming until either Colton Wong comes up or Jose Martinez, right? But we're starting off with Muncy. So the thing is, I'm not going to get any bingos at this inning because we're not going to get, like, the problem is if we get to the point where Martinez is back in the lineup, then something is very, very wrong because there's 2 away and there's nobody on base. So the bases would be loaded and we would have walked somebody or like runs would have scored, and we don't want that either. And because that would affect my pitching scores. So we're not going to get any bingos this time. And so we're going to start at the back of the lineup. So the first bingo that we'll actually be eligible for won't come for a while because we're going to start off the next inning, but we'll talk about that in a bit. But we're not eligible for a bingo for a while. But I kind of hope that, like, I don't know. Gosh. Okay, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Gonsolin, just strike this Carpenter kid out. 215 batting average, 10 home runs, 29 RBIs. I'm not scared of him. Gonsolin, you shouldn't be scared of him either. Just strike him out. Throw him out. Come on. Like, high fastball. That's what we need, is that high fastball. Like a good 95, 96 miles an hour. Kid won't see it coming. 2-2 ball. There's the fastball, but I was looking for a strike, but whatever. So I am still 44th overall. I've got 23.5 points. My score's not going to make a big impact until I get a bingo. And getting to that first bingo is it's always the tricky part. But once you get the first couple, then you're solid. Boom, hit, fly out, done, inning over. Gonsolin is still scoreless, which is awesome. So that's what I need. So now I have 13.5 points, right in the middle. So let's just double check the board. So still 44th place, right? I am 9 points back from first. And as you can see, the only thing that's really holding them together is their one bingo. That's it. There's nothing else. So Muncy will start off. So Muncy will get us points in that bottom middle square. Hopefully, Muncy will get points. But then we'll go to Justin Turner, who again, hopefully will get points. And then Bellinger, if he can add to his, would be phenomenal. But then Will Smith would be our first opportunity. So we're going to actually have to go through 3 batters before we actually get the chance to potentially get a bingo. And I don't know if we'll get that far. I mean, I hope so. Like I said, with the way that the lineup is and the way that the offensive capacity of LA, I'm hoping that we can get there, obviously. I think especially with someone like Bellinger, I think he'll at least get on base. I think they might even try to walk him if Muncy or Turner yeah, if Muncy or Turner get on base, I mean, if I'm St. Louis, I might intentionally walk Bellinger. Now I know intentional walks have been like on the decline, but like you can see what he is capable of, and you know what he's capable of. So, like, if your pitcher is not great, no offense, Michael Wacha, but like, you gotta do something different. Like you have to play it differently, and it's just not, you know, it is what it is. But you know, people don't want it to be a certain way, but. But again, like I said, things happen. So we're just gonna play with this a little bit. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. So, bottom of the third, Max Muncy is up. Come on, Muncy, get on base. Boom, and there's a hit. Shallow right field, and that's an easy catch by the second baseman, and that is a ground out. And that's not what I needed. That's not what I needed from Max Muncy. But I'm gonna let it slide. As long as I don't get points taken back from that, I am good. So I will take no points over a negative strikeout, which is what I want. So we have Justin Turner up. Turner is 1-0 so far on the day. Ooh. See, the catcher flinched a little bit on that one. He wasn't really sure where that was supposed to be. I think the placement of that ball was a little off. Yeah, I don't think he was ready for that one. But Justin Turner, boom. Huge foul ball, 94 miles an hour. So Watch is trying to get him with that fastball. He's trying to get him with that fastball. But I don't think Turner's going to flinch because Turner knows he's got to score points for me right now. And again, I'm not expecting Beatty to get up on this inning, but it would be nice if he could do something. Like, it really would be nice if he could do something because he's not doing anything for me right now. And I mean, I should have had had Beatty just done something last inning, I would have had a bunch of bingos. I'd have a lot more points. But I really just, like, I want Bellinger to get on base. And there's a ridiculously high fastball, but I want Bellinger to get on base. If Bellinger gets on base, he's going to have 10-some points. And then Smith just needs, like, a base run. Or Smith, like, if Smith was, like, cool enough to actually hit a home run, and then boom, I would have, like, 1,000 points. I don't know, 1,000. Like, I'd have a lot of points when it comes to RankingBall, because at least then, there's a foul by Turner. But if Will Smith could hit a home run and Bellinger's on base, he's going to have double-digit points. My pitching has double-digit points, and then Will Smith would get some points, and that 1.5 times would be ridiculous. Like, it would just be unreal. So I'm just glad. Very ugly fastball from Wacha. Almost in the dirt. But I'm wait. Like, the thing is, I gotta wait because, like, even like regardless of what Turner does here, I mean, providing he doesn't strike out, I have other bingos, like I said, left on the board right now. And he gets another piece of it and fouled away. But I need him. I really need Turner just to get on base. I need Turner just get on base. Get on base. That's all that matters. And then let Bellinger just get on base too. And then and then we could get another 3-run home run, but out of Will Smith. And that would be cool. And, like, man, he just keeps getting a piece of it. Like, come on, like, do something. One of you, preferably get on base or get a home run. That's all I want. Like, when I say do something, I mean Turner do something. Watch it. You just, like, underhand it over the plate. Just let him just destroy it. Like, but that being said, Bellinger is on deck. Ooh, and there's a grounder into right shallow field, and that is good for a base hit, and that is exactly what I wanted. I'm not asking for a lot here. That's what I needed, though. Thank you, Turner, very much. I appreciate that. Bellinger, this is a replay of the first inning, where he just sends it for his 37th home run with 109.1 mile an hour velocity into the upper deck. And that is the threat that Cody Bellinger is. And now, Cody Bellinger is back up. And again, he doesn't need to destroy it. But what he does need to do is he needs to get on base. I need his OBS to just go up a little bit. Like, just get on base for me. I don't need that home run again. But that being said, Bellinger is a threat. 328 batting average. Got 37 home runs now, 80 RBIs on the year. Like, this is unreal. This kid is like a beast. See, like, so this is the thing. They're gonna pitch away from him now. They're not gonna give him that ideal pitch, but that means they're gonna probably stay out of the strike zone. If they walk him, he'll still get points, and I'm good with that. Like, just intentionally walk him. Like, really, just because he's not, like, this kid's smart enough. He's not gonna bite on some of these pitches that you're gonna send. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're now down in the count 3-0. I get it. You're scared. You're scared against Bellinger. I'd be scared pitching against that kid. Like, second in the MLB for home runs. Yeah, I don't want to pitch against him. But you gotta. So either, like, but again, if you want to walk him, that's a safe bet for everybody here. Just walk him. Give me some points. Ooh, there. Okay. You got some more placement on that one. 96 mile an hour fastball. But Bellinger knows, hey, he's just going to throw that fastball. Like, this Watcha guy is not going to be throwing curveballs or anything like that. But I need Bellinger to get some more points. Because if he strikes out here, I'm screwed for points. I need that point count to go up. Like, significantly up. Boom! Oh, my gosh. There's a curveball right there. Strike two. And the count is 3-2. And now Bellinger's blown a 3-0. Ooh. Yeah, Bellinger knew that. Yeah, he knew that one shouldn't have been. Dang it. Okay. All right. But come on. 3-2. Give me some points. Walk him. I don't care. Give me some points. That's what matters. That's what the people want to see. That's what I want to see. I want to see some points on my ranking ball. Trying to rise those ranks. You understand? Gets a piece of it, but he pops it up to shallow left field. And that's an easy out. So, 2 away. And Turner's still on base. Turner's still on first. And now, this is where things can get difficult. Or not difficult, but this is where things can change. So, this season, 18 games. Will Smith has averaged .314, has 6 home runs, 19 RBIs, 6 doubles. His on-base percentage is 1.175, and I need that to go up. I need his on-base percentage to just skyrocket right now because I need him to give me some points. I need some huge points right now. So, come on. With runners on, he is averaging .471. And 4 home runs, let's get 5. And there's a fouled away. Okay. I'm trying to stay calm. I'm trying to stay relaxed right now. But I need, like, I am sitting at 0 bingos right now. We're in the 3rd inning and I have 0 bingos. It's stupid. But Will Smith can change that for me. He can change that for me, and he can set up 2 more potential bingos with both. Providing Colton Wong and Jose Martinez can both do something for me. But this would be a huge one because, like I said, I've got 13 points in the middle, 9.5, 13.5, and then 9.5 with Bellinger in that bottom right. I need Smith to do something. I need production right now. That's not what I need. But I'll take that ball. Because again, if he gets on base, if he just gets walked, or he could take one for the team and just get hit by the pitch, but if he gets on base, I'm going to get some points. And that's all that matters. So that's all I care about. So come on. Oh, what are you doing? That was a... Oh my god. Okay. So there's 2 away, and Will Smith is 1 and 2. Don't mess this up for me, bro. For real. Like, this ain't a game. I'm trying to win money here. Like, I'm for real trying to win money here, and you're gonna screw me over like this. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, is that gonna be a stolen base? Is that gonna be a stolen base? And Turner just decides to chill. Oh wait, he did steal the base. Awesome. Cool. Cool. All right. Good job. So Turner is now in scoring position. So that's cool. Ooh. All right, Turner. Nice. Nice play. Nice stolen base. That's good. Yeah. 3. I made that call too. What else? Ain't nobody Kerr. 2 and 2 though. Come on. Come on. Come on. Will Smith. Do something. Do something big. Be a hero. It's almost got that Ichiro stance. 3. Ooh, fouled away. That got a piece of the catcher right there. Come on. I really need this because, like I said, I've left so many bingos on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I've got 7 potential bingos that I can get. And I could at least get 1 here to give me some more points. Because I'm 44th place right now. Out of 163 isn't bad, but it's not great either. I need to get in like top 5. And there's this drive. Get there, and yes! That is a base hit, and I will take it. I do not care. That is going to be my first bingo, I believe, of the game once the board updates. I was legit scared there that that was going to be thrown out really fast. So right there, just a nice grounder, and that was a great play by the second baseman, but you can see the throw to first is just a little off, and wait for it, I think it's going to pop, 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 boom! Look at that, bingo, sweet. So, that's my first one right there, and that skyrockets me, like what I tell you, it skyrocketed me all the way to second place. So that is what I needed. That is what I needed. So now I have 40.5 points, and I am in second place, and so I told you, you just had to have faith in me. Just had to have faith in me. And now we have Corey Seager. So Corey Seager is not on my board. If he wants to, though, he could at least get on base, and we could load the bases, and then we'll have Chris Negron, who is on my board, and he could just hit a grand slam, and that'd be cool, too, for everybody. So, but other than that, like, it would be great to not leave those guys on base, but it'd also be great for Seager to not get those points, and then somebody else is going to get those points. But that's exciting. Like, that's what I'm talking about. So this game is like, one bingo can just change your board. Like, I went from 44th to 2nd, you know, and it's like, I purposely set this board up in this manner. Like, it's not like even based off of, like I said, where the multipliers are. I put Bellinger in that critical position. That bottom right position is like the most important, because the vertical on the right side and the horizontal on the bottom are both 1.3 times, but then the diagonal is 1.5. So of course I'm going to put Bellinger there. And there is a deep drive to left field, deep at the warning track. And that bounces off the ground, and runners will advance. I believe that is going to be a stoppage of play. Yes, so that is going to count as a double. So that is an awesome play. 1 run will score off of that. So the ball bounced at the warning track in play and then out of play. So when that happens, it is essentially timed. The game is paused essentially at that point, and runners will advance 1 base from where they would have been. So, I believe, who was it? Turner, right? No, Will Smith. Sorry, Will Smith was on first. He went to second, but because right there goes out, it then he is allowed to advance to 1 base. So, Corey Seager, awesome. Great you got on base. Super happy with that. And then, so I believe Turner was the one who scored as well. So he gets another point on my board, which is awesome. And now we have Chris Negron on. So, Negron can do, like, he's got 1 point, which is great. 1 point is cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you can see, like, just because I don't have Seager on my board, but he brought in an RBI. I've dropped from 2nd to 16th. So like that. This game is just so all over the place sometimes. But you have like. Oh, okay. So like, here's the full rankings. Best Barry, 50.25 points. So he's got 2 bingos, as you can see. So again, Seager, right? So for him, Seager was the guy that he put in that bottom right corner, and that was the crucial thing. So that's how he got 2 bingos. Dang, man, okay. But yeah, 50 points, and I'm not far behind. Again, I'm only 9 points out, and this game can change fast. So again, 2, and they're both diagonal, even with the -1 from Fowler and the -1 from Jacques Peterson. But Seager, that's the thing, like a double can change things, especially when you get an RBI like that. So here's a bit more of who's in the top 10. I'm 16th right now, so I'm happy with that position, but I obviously want to do better, you know, especially when you're up in 2nd like that. So I'll probably go through like the top 40, maybe top 50, so you guys can see who the whole rankings are. So yeah, so there's the top 40. Yeah, top 50. So, so you need 36 points or more to be in that top 50. And I like I said, I just need Negron to do something, and that is not what I need him to do. So there's 2 away, 2 on base. The count is 2 and 2. And I need Negron to do something big. So, ZZ Unis J? I don't know. Zunis J? What's up? How you guys doing? So, if you are joining us, again, welcome to the LA Dodgers versus the St. Louis team, the Cardinals. I always get them mixed up with the Rams still. That being said, I used to live in St. Louis, so oh, okay, I'll take it. Zunis. I mean, I'm curious to know where you came up with that name, because what's this game? Okay, so this game is Ranking Ball. So Ranking Ball is an interactive, live interactive skill testing game where you can actually, it's like fantasy, but it also works, so you can actually use microtransactions. And so I got really into this game. I love it. So I just wanted to broadcast with it. So this is like, what you're seeing is you're seeing my board on the right hand side of your screen. So those are the players that I have picked. I have picked LA to win. That's why they're in the center. And I've actually placed all of these players in this very specific order. And that is not what I needed at all. Okay, so Negron's going to go back to 0 because I think it's -1 point. Yep, see, there you go, right there. So how this works is based on what these players do and what their production is throughout the game. That's going to be how my score plays out. So earlier in the game, Bellinger had a 3-run home run, so that skyrocketed him up to 9.5 points. My pitching at that point was, I think, 13.5 points. And then because Will Smith got on base with a single, that gave me 1 point. So I get all 3 players in a row for a diagonal, and it gives me like a bingo. And then so that bingo is a multiplier of 1.5 times whatever the points are. So that gave me 40.5 points. Or, well, I forget how many I had before. I think I was at 20 some. So it gave me another 20 points, and it skyrocketed me up to 2nd. But then Corey Seager came up, hit a double. Good for him. But Seager isn't on my board. So the people that you see in the rank are going to be like people who have Seager, right? So Seager's right here for Best Barry. Best Barry is in first place right now with 50 points. I have 40.5. So you can see he gets a bingo with Bellinger, the pitching, and Seager, but then also Will Smith, Turner, and Seager. So I've dropped down to 17th place now out of 16th, or from 16th, but that was really just because that double really messed me up. But then also Negron striking out, because I had a point with Negron and now I don't. So we've got some work to do, because we're going to go back to the top of the 4th. So we've got some work to do before we actually get to go back and score some points. I think we have Fowler up. So even Fowler, like, again, I don't have a lot of St. Louis players on my board. And so that's the other thing. When you're picking teams, you can pick as many players from one team as you want. And I don't like to pick the opposing team that much. Partially because, like, look at LA, right? Like, LA clearly has offensive firepower. Like, LA is the #1 team in the MLB, so am I going to go against them? Like, of course not. That is, like, I don't know why anybody would want to bet against LA. I think against some of the tougher teams, you know, like if LA was playing Houston, for example, depending on who's pitching for each team, that's when I might have a little more of a balanced board. But for me, what I found that really works is if you're going to pick a team to win, you should pick them to have a lot of offensive production as well. And so that's why I only have 2 St. Louis Cardinals on my board. But you could have, like, I mean, theoretically, you could pick LA to win, but then have all the other 8 squares St. Louis Cardinals. And I mean, it wouldn't necessarily make sense, but you could do it that way. Myself personally, I like to do it this way. I don't really, like, I've seen people with balanced boards do very well where they have 4 and 4 from each team, but I like to take a chance, and if I'm going to believe a team's going to win, then I believe that they're going to have a lot more offensive firepower than the other team. So that's kind of how I situate my board. And that's what we needed right there. So there's another strikeout. I believe that's his 4th strikeout. I'm gonna say he crossed the plate. So they get the third base umpire to call it, but I think he did cross the plate. So that's a strike. So again, strikes for pitching gives me 2 points, and that's what I needed. So right now, ooh, nice pitch. So right now, I am eligible for 2 bingos, but if Colton Wong actually is able to get back into the lineup, I think we're only at Goldschmidt, right? Yeah, we're at Paul Goldschmidt. So if we are actually able to get from Goldschmidt, Ozuna, De Jong, and then actually get to Martinez, yeah, I mean, I can't see LA being in the innings that long without giving up significant runs. And if they give up that many runs, my pitching is going to take a hit anyway, so that the bingo wouldn't even matter. So I just need them to strike out the rest of this inning, and I just need to get more points on my pitching, because once Martinez comes up, that's when things are going to get different. So plus it'll be interesting to see, because I forget where we're at in the lineup for LA, and there's an easy out, 2 away, and that's a great play by Turner. So LA is on fire. I mean, obviously, they're 74 wins on the year, and I mean, right now they're on pace for 75 after today. I mean, like, and obviously they've made the World Series the last 2 years, but they've lost the last 2 years. So trying to figure out what that missing piece is and kind of where they're going to go and how they're going to kind of make those decisions is going to be interesting to see how. But obviously, because they've made the World Series the last 2 years, I'm not going to question them too much, but it'll be interesting to see kind of how they play it out, especially not really going after that many people in the draft or before the trade deadline. Ooh, that was a nice pitch. Okay, so one of the questions came up: why did I not pick Goldschmidt? So one of the reasons I didn't pick Goldschmidt, so I had the decision between Colton Wong and Goldschmidt, and like the reality is Colton Wong just has a 266 batting average, and Goldschmidt has, boom, and there is another out. That is 3, ends the inning. We are going to the top of the 5th, and Goslin is just like, I don't know, he's pitching great. He's pitching great. I'm super excited for him right now. So we're out of the inning. So now I've got 5 points there. And if Beatty comes up, and I believe, because Beatty, I think we're starting with Beatty, because I think we ended with Negron. So I still can get another bingo here, and I've dropped down to 18th place. But back to the point, why did I not pick Goldschmidt? Bottom line is that Colton Wong has a higher batting average. Now I understand Schmidt has high, like more home runs and more hits and more RBIs, but I just wanted to look at raw like just batting average, and that's kind of how I went by it. And thinking about it now, maybe I should have gone with Goldschmidt, but I don't know. I'm gonna have faith that Colton Wong is gonna be able to pull something out here. I don't know. Maybe. But I did, like, the thing that I actually was thinking about as well is I should have gone with Goldschmidt, just in the sense that it breaks up the lineup a little bit more for me. So in St. Louis's lineup, I have like Jose Martinez is what's that, 7th or 6th, and then Colton Wong is 7th. So they're back to back. So as soon as Martinez is up and done, then Colton Wong is up. So as soon as those two guys are done in the lineup, I have to go through the entire St. Louis lineup just to see another St. Louis player on my board again. That is the only issue that I have, but it's more of like a fan thing than anything else. But I have 45.5 points, and if we look at the overall board, I am 10 points back still, 9 points, 9.75 points back. But they only have 2 bingos. So it's, like I said, I went from 44th place. I went from 44th place to 2nd place from 1 bingo. So if I just get one more with Matt Beatty, who's 0 for 1, if I can get Beatty to just get like a hit, come on. Yeah, there you go. Safe. There you go. Good call. Ball. Beatty needs to get on base. I don't care how. I don't care what he does. But if he gets on base, then we can at least hopefully try to get through the rest of the lineup. And I think we'll start with Muncy, obviously. And so, but it would be great if I can get something out of him. And that's not what I need. I don't need a strike. I need Beatty to do something. So this is the problem. This is the issue when you're picking a board that is so offensively focused on one team that you're relying on almost every player, right? So, I mean, I'm relying on, a good 70% of the lineup to at least get a hit, which isn't. Oh, and there it is, right there. No, that's not what I needed. So that's a quick grounder down the first baseline, picked off. Okay, so this is the issue. So I could end up leaving a lot of points on the board because of just things like that. Because and this happened at the last game where I had 3 bingos available. Based off of like the locations of 2 players, and those players just didn't perform, so I end up just losing points and leaving points on the board. So because you really need those bingos, right? So the bingos are what you are going for. Like, I've had 20 some odd points for my pitchers, but if you don't get a bingo, like, those 20 points are only 20 points when they could be 20 times 1.5, 20 plus whatever. Turner is like 3, or no, I guess that wouldn't work. But like Bellinger, like I said, was 9.5 earlier, and like Will Smith, even if he's at 1, you then add those together and times it by 1.5. That's worth way more than just the straight 20 points that my pitching could be worth. So, to me, like, I mean, it's, and I mean that's part of the fun of this game is like trying to kind of place people. And I placed a lot of these guys based off of their batting average. I kind of place them based on if I think that they would actually do well. Sometimes I'll put guys in the lineup that have lower batting averages, and I'll just think, hey, they haven't done anything in a while. Maybe this will be the game that they do it. So at least I do it in the hopes of like, hey, it's like a wild card. Like, I just want to take a chance sometimes. But with this game, I was pretty straightforward. I mean, Negron is doing phenomenal right now this year. He's got a 375 batting average, but he's only been in a few games this year, so he's only got 5 home runs and 15 RBIs. Oh, they're going to call that a strike. Okay. So, whatever. So, yeah, I mean, so that's the pitcher anyway. So it's kind of expecting that he's going to strike out, but good on him. So we're going back to Jock Peterson. So, I mean, if Peterson strikes out or gets out in any form or manner here, then we're not going to see Muncy until the 5th inning. But he's 1 for 2 in the night. He's got a single in the first, 1 run, 230 average. Got 23 home runs, 50 RBIs on the year. And I think I mean, if he gets on base, that's cool. You know, I personally would like to see Muncy do something. So, I mean, but the thing is, like I said, I'm not eligible at this point. Like, Beatty was my only eligible bingo that I was actually good for this. Now I have to wait till we get through the lineup more. So, like, I mean, once we get to Muncy in the bottom, even if he scores, like, we have to wait for Colton Wong to come up to do something. We've got to wait, and then even if Muncy like gets on base, well, then we have to go through Turner, and there's no, I'm not eligible for anything until the next inning. So regardless of what happens here, so, and I don't know, I actually forgot who St. Louis has up next, but again, like we talked about with the whole Paul Goldschmidt, having Martinez and Wong back-to-back in the lineup does make it difficult trying to like wait for these guys to come through the lineup. So, you know, again, you have to factor these things in when you're making this board, right? So left-handed pitcher. I'm not going to pronounce his name because it was just ridiculously difficult. But it's some sort of Spanish or Latino name. And there's a changeup pitch and dug it out, and there it goes. And that's what I mean. This game can change in an instant. Wow, Jock Peterson just sends it deep for a solo home run, his 24th of the year. And we're going to see the board change up dramatically based off of that. And I was pushed now from 18th to 21st. So you can see that when you don't have people in your lineup who are performing, that you can drop very fast. Now, it's not as bad as it could have been, but it could have been a lot worse had there been runners on base, for example. But that, like, this is why you don't bet against LA. Like, betting against LA would be the worst decision you could make, probably. But just gets a great contact with it, just sends it deep. Ooh, that lady caught it with her, or tried to catch it with her hand. That's not cool. That's got to be hurting. But yeah, so we have Muncy back up. So we actually, 2 away. LA's up 5-0. Wow, awesome. So Muncy's, we're going to start through the order again. So at least our order. So we have Muncy and then Justin Turner and Cody Bellinger. So I know there's 2 away, but how cool would it be if Muncy and Turner both got on base and then Bellinger just cleared the bases again and then gets his 38th home run of the year? That's kind of how I see, like, that's how I'm thinking of it going through. But I'm going to need Beatty, like, to do something, because I wish that I had put Turner where Beatty was. Because like I said, that right vertical row is worth 1.3 times. So that's why I put 3 LA Dodgers in that row. But it's, again, picking that middle one. Like, when I pick my corners, because those are diagonal and they're worth 1.5 times, it's a lot more significant, and it matters that much more. So, like, when I'm picking the middle, like, yeah, they're important, but they're not the most important. But yet, obviously, when it comes to these points, they're critical either way, right? So, if Beatty wasn't, I don't know, like, maybe I should have put Muncy in a different spot. I was kind of hoping, because like I said, I knew Bellinger was going to do something. I figured that Muncy and Martinez would be able to do something. And so we're waiting on Martinez. But obviously Bellinger's done a lot of work today. If he can do more, like, it's great, but I can't, again, I don't want to be greedy, but if he could just give me a few more hits and not, like, fly out like he did last time, that'd be cool with me. You know, like I said, I don't need, like, home runs are great, but I just need him to get on base. I really just need him to get on base. That's all I need. So, but Max Muncy, as long as he doesn't strike out here, I'm okay with whatever happens. Like, that's the only thing that that's really going to detract points, is when your batter strikes out. If he goes down looking or if he goes down swinging, that's when you're going to lose points. The 3-2 pitch. Low and inside. Ball 4. They walk him. Muncy gets on base. Bam, bam, bam. Another 1.5 points. So that's, like, I'm good with that. Like, I just need people with a solid on-base percentage. And Shield's coming out to talk to Watcha. Because, let's be honest, he's not having a great game. He's given up 5 runs already this game. But that's what I need. So, and they're going to their bullpen. All right. So here we go. So we do have a pitching changeup. Awesome. But I have 47 points overall. Let's just take a look at the board. So again, so Best Berry was first. He is now 5th place, and I'm probably sure that whoever has, so E1 Coenis. That's 58.7 points, 75 points. So I am 11 points back now from first, but I have a feeling that they probably have Jacques Peterson. Yeah, see Jacques Peterson right in that corner. So that gave him a ton of points because he had Bellinger. Oh man, so that's what skyrocketed him, is that you have Bellinger who who would have had 9.5 points, his pitching who would have had however many points, and then Peterson hitting the 5.5 points in the home run. That's huge. So and then Justin Turner I think has like 1 point right now. Or no, Justin Peterson has 3 points. Then the pitching, and then Seager with that double. So that's the thing. Like Seager, I didn't expect Seager to actually have a great game. 264 average, 9 home runs, 46 RBIs. Wasn't expecting that double or the RBI, and that, like, those things add up. So, and then obviously because they're both diagonals, you're talking about a lot of points that you're gonna get, and so that's how this game is. But again, 25th out of 163, like, I'm okay with that. Like, I'm not, obviously you want to be higher. Like, I like to be in that top 10 or that top 5, but you know, for the amount of people that are in this game, I'm really okay with 25th if that's how the game finished. So Maya is back up to pitch now. He's in 18 games. He has an 0-2 record, but a 7.17 ERA, 23 strikeouts. So it'll be interesting to kind of see how he handles this situation. Now, in the games this year that I've seen pitchers come in really bad situations, the bases have been loaded, there's been 2 away, and they've still given up runs. So with his ERA against Turner, ooh, and a wild pitch, and that'll advance the runners, and Muncy gets to second on a very easy stolen base. So Turner could do some real damage. Ooh, that is behind him actually. Wow. How? So that pitch was just terrible. So this is what I'm talking about. You bring these pitchers in when they're not necessarily ready for it or expecting it. Maybe too early in the warm-up process. Now I say that, but there's obviously been a lot of pitchers that get pulled in the first inning. So we'll see kind of what happens. Ooh, there he goes. Starting to kind of get his groove, but still low and outside. Ball two, sorry. But Turner, it will be interesting to see what happens here. He is 1 for 2. He has a single, a stolen base, and 2 runs. He's got a 286 average and 17 home runs this season. and he gets a piece of it to left field, and that's all the way at the warning track, hits the wall, and Muncie will get to third, and 1 run will score. Muncie goes home, so that's another point for LA, so that is huge, and that's exactly what I needed. So that was a huge double for Turner. Great batting, and I really wish that I had Turner where I had I wish I put Turner where I put Beatty, but that's still awesome. Like, that is a great hit, great location, all the way to the warning track, off the wall, great double. And Turner has 6.5 points and Muncie has 4. So now, this is what I'm talking about. I am waiting on Beatty to perform. I am waiting on Colton Wong to perform now to get me these bingos. As you can see, I have a horizontal and a vertical. So, big man, Cody Bellinger, and again, if he could do something special, again, and I mean, I don't want to be greedy, but obviously, if he could just, you know, bring Turner home, ground out. That's an easy ground out to end the inning, so that's not what we wanted, but it's okay because it's a ground out. There's no points lost. I'm okay with that. Like I am good with the ground out if I have to take it, but I obviously want points. But there's no hit against my score based off of that. But I am in 24th place right now with 51.5 points. So again, we'll just double check what's going on. And yeah, so 63. So I'm 12 points back now, surprisingly. So but that's why, because they have Turner. So they have Turner in a good position. Turner's in the same spot that I have him. But again, I have got Bellinger where Seager is, and so Seager like really bailed him out on that last time. Okay. Again, not worried. 24th out of 163 is great. So I mean, it's a good position to kind of be in. Man, this it's honestly it's super exciting. Like, it really is. Like, it sounds crazy, but like, I played fantasy sports before, and it's definitely like, oh, this is cool, this is fun, but like, the problem that I've always had with fantasy sports is like, you're dealing with you're picking players from several different teams, and I don't want to follow that many games and keep going back and forth and trying to update, right? Whereas I want to watch LA play. I want to LA's awesome, so I want to watch them play. So I can choose just from LA, and I'm I don't have to change channels. I don't have to go looking for stats. Everything is here. So if I just want to play one game of fantasy just for the fun of it, this is the way to go, right? And I'm doing okay. I mean, the problem is I've gotten super cocky before when I was first place, and then I've dropped all the way down to 80th place, and then come back and finish a respectable 20 or 30. But this game changes so fast, but it's exciting. And to know hey, this I really need this player to come up. I mean, theoretically, if I'm just watching a baseball game, I know that their top few players, those are the guys that that are going to be able to hit, right? When you get later into the batting lineup, the typically the batting averages drop. But even when they're dropping lower here, with guys Chris Negron or Matt Beatty, even though their averages are higher, just being later in the lineup, I normally might not care. Whereas now, because they're on my board, it's hey, I need these guys to perform. I need them to do something, But yeah, so we just need to get through De Jong, and then Jose Martinez is up, and there's a easy ground out to second in time. That's one away. Paul De Jong was 0-2 anyway, so boom. All right, okay, so we're in a good position right now, and Jose Martinez is up. I need Jose Martinez to do something, but not something too special. Just get on base. Just give me points. Just give me points, and let's set up some more bingo potentials. That's so. If Jose Martinez gets 1 point, we will have 3 potential bingos lined up right now, and that is high and popped up, and that is a very, very easy catch and out. So Negron caught that, which is great, but now Jose Martinez is completely out. So like I just talked about, I had 3 potential bingos: vertical, horizontal, and diagonal. And now that potential is completely gone, and I have to wait an entire lineup again, which he might only get one more chance at bat this game. So, I mean, that might, like, putting Jose Martinez there might have been a wrong choice, and I think I might regret that one later. But we do have Colton Wong up, so Colton Wong can get us a bingo, like an official, actual bingo, if he doesn't strike out here. And again, this is where you get torn, because I obviously need LA's pitching to score points. But I need the opposing team to get on base. So again, when I'm talking about why I choose an aggressive board for one offense versus the other, and the offense that I choose to win, is because I don't want to have this conundrum. High and outside. So Wong actually has a 265 average right now. He is 0 for 1 in the day, so. But if I can just get him, just like I said, if they walk him even, outside, 3-1, walk him. Like, I know the pitching will take a hit, but I'm going to get, that 1.5 points I lose from the pitcher is going to go to Wong, but it's going to give me the vertical bingo, and so that's what I want right there. And he gets a piece of it to deep right field, in the gap, off the wall, at the warning track, and that's going to be good for a double, and they still haven't got a hold of it. He's not going to third. No, that is good for a double, and that is what I wanted. So Colton Wong is going to fill the board right here. Wait for it. It's going to update. Boom. 2 points for vertical bingo. Boom. Right there. And let's see where the points. So that's going to throw me all the way up to 55.5 points, and I go from 28th or something like that to 18th. So I jumped 10 spots. Again, wasn't the most points, and that middle row is only worth 1.2, but that's still 1.2 better than what I would have got had I just, like, the points that I was left on the board, clearly. So I'll take it. I'm in 18th now. I will take it. Top 20 right now? Yes. Fastball, high and inside, ball 1. So now that we've gone through our 2 St. Louis batters, I'm back at the point where I don't necessarily need to worry about like Tony Gonsolin, Goslin. Let's just strike these guys out, right? Perfect. Change up. Just throw that. 1-1. Okay. 55 points. 2 outs. Come on. So there's 2 away. 1-1. And St. Louis looks like they're warming up a new pitcher. That's always the worst. When you come into a game, you pitch half an inning, but they need you for another game in a few days, so you just get pulled right away. You don't ever get into a rhythm. Oh, they're going to call that one a ball. Okay, maybe that was a ball, but like I said, I would really like it if Gonzalez could just get a strikeout right now. Because when you get the bingo, regardless of where it is, that clears those points because those points have been added already. So being at 0 points now for my pitching, it does nothing for me. So I need something there. So I need Gonzalez to get a strikeout. But he's down in the count now, right? 3-1. That's not where we need. This is the hard part of the game, is when you're waiting for points to accumulate, because you want to get a lot of points obviously, but you have to just wait for them to come. Oh, there we go. 3-2, full count, 2-way. Gonzalez, let's just go for it. Come on, you're only 70 pitches in. We'll still see him for a good inning, maybe 2 if he can pitch well enough, which I kind of hope he does, because I don't need anybody to get points until Martinez. And let's be honest, Martinez has not been great today, and he's let us down. Boom, strike 3, and that ends the inning. And look at that, 5 points right there. That is great. That is awesome. So I think we're gonna have. We had Will Smith coming up. I think we got Will Smith coming up. So if we have Will Smith coming up, it would be great to see Will Smith and kind of what he does. Okay, so let's go back to the score though. I am actually down to 20th. So I was at 18th and I dropped to 20th, even with that additional 5 points. But you have to remember, there's only 2 teams that you're gonna pick to pitch. So if you have LA there, whatever your score is, you're gonna add those 5 points just like I did. And so we can see there's already some change in that first place. So I'm still 11 points back of first, but getting better. And again, so they had Ozuna and Colton Wong for theirs. So they have 5 bingos actually, which is crazy. So they must have, okay, so that's Seager and Bellinger and pitching. That's a huge one. Like that's a really, really big one. Muncy, Turner and the pitching, that's good. So, okay. So I can see, but like they have 5 bingo counts and we have 2. Like we have 2 and we're still 20th. So we're in the hunt. Like we really are in the hunt. I mean, if you look at this, I mean, yes, there's 20 people or 19 people ahead of us, but not by much. I mean, we're talking about like 4 of those guys are still 60 points, but it's 60 to because I have 60.5 and we're talking about 60 to 60, 60.5 to 60.95. So there's not a lot of separation. Obviously first place is 10 points, but we just have to chip away at that at this point. So, Best Berry, who was first, he's, now in striking distance easily, right? So you see a lot of these people who kind of it goes up and down, up and down. But I have a lot of faith in where we are in terms of our lineup and what we can bring. So we just have to keep that going, I mean, I say we, but I really mean LA needs to start scoring some runs now, more runs. If LA can just score 18 runs, maybe in this inning, I'd be cool with that. And again, they don't all have to be home runs, but we can just load the bases, grand slam, load the bases, grand slam. As long as I have players that I need, if those players could get home runs and grand slams, or even 2 or 3 run home runs, that would be phenomenal. And so yes, so Will Smith is up first. Will Smith. So Bellinger is going. So Bellinger is in that bottom right diagonal. So we have to wait for. And he was a previous batter who just got out. So we're gonna have to wait the entire lineup to get back to Bellinger. So it could be a while, but obviously we just want to be able to bank points with somebody like Smith right now. And then Turner. The problem is you have Turner and then you have Martinez, who again hasn't done anything, and we have to wait for the entire lineup to get back to him. Same thing with Wong. So when you are putting these together, you have to be aware of this. The 0-2 pitch. Ooh, okay. 1 and 2. So Will Smith getting very, very lucky there with that high outside fastball. And that makes me nervous because obviously I don't want to go down to 59 points, because if Will Smith strikes out, that's -1 points, and I don't need that. And he gets a piece of it, but it's high. And is it going to drop into the gap? No. St. Louis is there. So fly out doesn't cost me any points. I will take it. Because I don't need to lose points. That's going to be one of the crucial things, and you'll see a lot of times if you have batters who strike out a lot, or if they happen to strike out a lot in that game, it can really, really just destroy your board. I've had that a few times, and it's not pretty if you end up picking the wrong batter on the wrong day. So Seager's back up. He had a double last time, and that double kind of messed up the board a lot, for at least the score for a lot of people, myself included, because I didn't have Seager on. Again, like at 264, and when you have guys who are hitting 328, 387, 284, or 287, 284, 264 didn't seem like much. But he gets a base hit right there, so Seager, so we might drop more in the points because there's a lot of people who have Seager and they're gonna just be climbing the boards even more. You can see he just gets a piece of it. He gets enough of it, and that's kind of the key right there. And you can see right there, just off of that single, I've dropped from 20th to 25th because whoever else had Seeger just got a bunch more points there. But Chris Negron, we have Chris Negron, and Chris Negron can do a lot for us. And I don't fully feel comfortable saying his name, but I'm saying it. Fastball, 94 miles an hour, ball one. So again, the problem with Negron is I was hoping Jose Martinez would be able to produce more points, which he hasn't produced anything so far today. So that diagonal, I don't want to write that diagonal off at this point, but it's definitely not what it could be. Wild pitch, and Siegler will easily advance to second. That one was like I think he lost grip on that one, so I think he's gonna have to chalk up. Like that one was like, where is that going? Yeah, he knows. I mean, I don't blame him. I mean, they're in LA, like it's hot, like it's crazy hot, I bet. You know, I mean, I'm sure it's nice out, right? But it's summer, so you know, you get sweaty and stuff. I mean, even in studio here, like I don't know if I get really hot with all the lights and stuff from being in studio. Plus, you know, closed door, air conditioning doesn't really get to me. And there's a strike. Come on, Negron, just bring him home. Like if Negron brings, okay, so here's the issue. If Negron brings Seeger home, Seeger is still going to get a point. So those 25 people who are ahead of me are probably going to get points because a lot of them probably have Seeger, and a lot of them probably have Negron too. So, boom, hit, shallow right field, and it drops in the cap, and that is going to be good for a base hit. And Seeger advances to third, so we have runners on first and third right now, and so that single is going to be good enough, I think, at this point. Just give me 1 point. I'm happy with that, right? And there's still only one away. Now that being said, we do have Beatty up, so Beatty has the ability. Yeah, there we go. There's the one. So this is the thing with a lot of teams. Now I understand that St. Louis is in the wild card right now, but this is what separates the wild card teams and the teams that aren't even in the playoffs or in the hunt versus these #1 teams in the division. Is ooh, off that first pitch, and he goes deep to right, and it's off the glove, and he misses it, and that is going to be huge for Beatty, and so that should give me a bingo, and 1 run will score. 2 runs will score, so Seeger and Negron both score, and Beatty gets 2 RBIs on that, which is going to be huge because that is going to give me that horizontal third bingo, and I hope not a lot of other people have that. And I am 22nd overall right now, but let's see what happens right here once the game updates. Oh my gosh, off the first pitch, and just goes for it and just mistimes it by inches and off the side of his glove. And Martinez has not been having a good day, and boom, 5 points right there. That gives me the horizontal bingo right down the middle. Boom! So that gives me a total of 72.45 points, and that puts me in 9th place, so I've gone all the way. I have fluctuated, but I am in the top 10 right now. And I am telling you, ooh, and I think Maya is shaken. I think he's kind of out of it now. But so now we have to start from 0 all over again. But that's part of the game. That is, like, there's only 1 away. I'm feeling pretty good, and I'm not. And you know, being in this top 10, top 20 position is so awesome because at least it's going to put me in a chance for more of the points and more of the RBG, the RankingBall Gold, and that's kind of what I'm going for right now. I'm trying to get some of that RankingBall Gold, and if you don't have RankingBall Gold, seriously, you've got to get it because it's like that's the currency that you can win here, and you can win a lot. And so, like, I mean, I'm trying to do that right now. But yeah, so Oh man, like okay. So this is good. So I have 3 bingos right now. Like let's just take a look at the board, because Gonsolin, like I think he's gonna strike out. I mean he keeps fouling out. There's one away. He's got 2 strikes. Like okay, so E1 Conis is 12 points up in first place right now. But you can see they have 4 bingos. We only have 3. So Beatty, so they missed the Bellinger one, so they could still get that Bellinger, but that Seager one, see they've got like, oh okay, and then they have the bottom line too, okay, because they have Peterson and Seager, so good for them. But ninth place is me right here, so 72.45, and I've got a slight lead up on 10th place, but okay. I mean I'm only 5 points. I am really only 5 points out of second right now. So, so first place does have a considerable gap, but as you can see, these gaps can change very fast in a hurry. And Gonsolin fouls it right side. Boom. Ooh, and look at that bounce. All right, so 9th place out of 163. 3 bingos. Like, that's what I mean. I don't even have a lot of bingos. I have 3, and it still puts me in the top 10. So you know you don't necessarily need to get, like, 8 or whatever. But, again, the reason that the way that my board is set up is very strategically based on how I think LA will do. And clearly, like I said, I'm not going to bet against the first place team in MLB who has the kind of, like, offensive firepower and ability to put runs up very, very, very fast. So that's why the board is set up the way it is. And so far it has been paying off. Like, I think, again, I'm good with top 10, right? 2-2 pitch. High and outside. Ball 3. So it will be very interesting to kind of see. I'm actually surprised. Like, I mean, Gonsolin's been at bat now for 8 pitches, and it's 3-2, and he keeps fouling away. So he's got to do something here, and it'd be cool to see him get on base. Like, I don't know how many people have him. There it is again, another foul ball. So, I mean, I think he would be pretty happy if he got a home run. He has 0 home runs on the year. And I don't think anybody is necessarily expecting him to, but I'd be curious to see how if I lost points because somebody put him in their lineup, but I don't think that's the case. And he gets a chip. Oh, and that is an easy catch from Martinez. And that is 2 away. Oh wait, did they get him at second? I think they got him at second, and that actually ends the inning. So St. Louis and LA are going to go to the top of the 6th, and so that's going to be it for our live broadcast today. I want to thank all you people for joining us. It's been great. If you want to check your score and see how I finished, don't forget to go to RankingBall.com and check your mobile application. From all of us here at Ranking Ball, I want to thank you for watching and checking out our first live stream, and I will see you later.